In the knees side to side series, we are going to mobilize our pelvis and our lower back. What's going to be important is that you're not forcing anything and that you really let gravity and the weight of your legs twist and spiral your lower back into rotation. So there's no forceful force in this exercise. Again, we're going to spine articulate down into the supine position because we're going to start laying down again. As usual, your feet are aligned with your hips, you have your arm frame connected. Now what's going to change here is that your arms are going to be out to the side. Make sure your arms are not level with your shoulder, but they're actually slightly further down so that you can really rest your arm and your shoulder into this cross position, into what we also call a T shape. From there, your feet are going to come together and your knees are going to be together. I suggest you bring your feet as close to your bum as possible, which will flatten out your back a little bit more. The more my feet are out, if you can see my back, the more likely I am starting off with a lower back being arched, having to support it more with my belly. If I want my belly to be a little bit more at ease with the exercise, it's just naturally easier to have my abdominals under control with my feet closer to my butt. So bring them as close to your butt without actually flattening or tucking your back. You still have a very natural arch in your lower back, but it's a little flatter than usual. From there, we're going to let our knees fall to one side, which will torque and rotate our spine. From there, press into your arms and into those shoulders so that you are being supported by the arm frame, which will wake up your ribs and wake up your oblique muscle, which are the muscles of your waistline, which are the ones helping you come back. Exhale and return. Inhale and twist. Exhale and return. And inhale and twist. We're going to do one more. At any given time, there is the option of you turning your head to the opposite direction so that you get a rotation and a twisting motion from the sacrum all the way up to your neck. Make sure your feet stay relaxed, and every time you come back to the center, your feet are flat and they're not being too scrunched or too tight. The second version of this exercise, which is a little deeper in the twist, is with you crossing your leg. So you can cross the leg like I just did with not putting much thought into it, or you can do it a little more fancy by stretching the leg and then crossing it over, which we will do later on in the more advanced exercises. There's always a little twist and a little choreography to it. You are still in your cross position, in your T shape, and we're going again to twist our body, aiming for the floor, letting gravity pull us. Now what's going to be important, exhale and return, inhale, go to the other side, is that you're only going as far as you keeping your shoulder well anchored in the ground. A lot of times people will want to go further. Let's keep this down and make sure that you are being anchored, because the more your arm frame is connected to the floor, the better your abdominals and your waistline muscles, called the obliques, are going to work for you. Exhale and come back to center. One more time, we go over to the side. And we come back, massaging the pelvis and massaging our spine. Let's go to the other side, either fancy crossing or just crossing across. And again, we go to one side, inhaling, opening the lungs, exhaling, returning. You can either point your foot, that is over the top, or you can simply relax your foot. That's totally up to you. Exhale and come back to center and feel the imprint of your pelvis, of the bone behind your butt, massaging from one side to the other, exhaling on the return, inhale on the open. Like in the other version, you can add the head. So as we are going to the right side, exhaling, returning with the head to the other side, and then again inhaling, turning the head in the opposite direction of your knees, returning, Exhaling back to center, uncrossing or stretching the leg back to the ceiling and coming back. Joseph Pilates believed a lot into the fact that we need to wring out our spine, and that the whole idea of wringing out the spine and wringing out our lung is going to help us prevent any issues with our breathing, or like when we get sick, often the germs tend to be stuck in places in the lungs where we don't have easily access to. And the idea of wringing it out is to really make sure we stir up those lungs and we keep the lung as irrigated and as healthy as possible. So an excellent exercise for your lungs to be wring out and for your lower back and your pelvis to be relaxed.